This is Yerachmiel Milstein. I want to thank you for joining us today as we ponder another workplace halachic shaila derived from the sefer called Parnasa Halacha, published by the Orthodox Jewish Chamber of Commerce under the leadership of Rabbi Dovi Honig Zolgazunsain. Please do not use the discussion that we have today as a halachic decision, and if you do have in fact a shaila, make sure that you consult a competent halachic authority. So here's the scenario we're going to consider today. You operate a warehouse. You're a warehouse owner, and you have a warehouse manager who's been with you for a while, and he decides one day to quit. So now you have the need to hire a new warehouse manager. So you conduct interviews, and perhaps you conduct interviews, with 10 people. One of them emerges as being your favorite candidate. He's the most qualified, the most competent, and you feel maybe he has the most integrity, and you want to hire him. However, he says to you he needs a day to consider whether or not he should take this position. 24 hours go by, and in fact, he calls you back and says he's sorry, he's taken another position with another company. Okay? So you go to the second best candidate, who certainly doesn't compare to the first candidate, but he might be adequate, and you sign an agreement with him, you convey a salary, and the agreement that you sign is an halachically valid contract for a particular amount of salary. You go home that night, and there's a message waiting on your answering machine. It's from the first fellow, and he says he is available after all, and you really would like to hire the first fellow. Can you simply break the agreement and hire the first fellow? And if you do that, do you have to pay damages to the second person? And the answer is that, in fact, you should not abrogate the agreement. You cannot abrogate the agreement without paying damages, unless one of two conditions are met, unless you're an ones. If you're an ones and you break the agreement because you are an ones, then in fact you do not have to pay damages. I don't know what a case of ones would be in this scenario. Perhaps that your business closed down. That would certainly qualify as an ones. Or number two, whether or not that person was able to get a job with equal pay and equal benefits. In fact, he was able to get a job with equal pay and equal benefits, then again, you would not have to pay him. Please do not rely on these shilas for halachic rulings. And if you do have a shaila, consult a competent halachic authority. Thank you for joining us.